Hi, I'm Razorfinger and welcome to another episode of Small Talk. This time it's another minigame RPG. I have a weak spot for those. There's a lot of stuff that can be done with it, and everyone I play feels a bit different somehow. I can't give more props to the devs who decide to make games in this style. I'm talking about Blue Omen Operation by BananaSoft. It's being made by only 3 people and I got links all over the description. So let's get the most important thing out of the way. This game is stylish as hell. It's very heavily inspired by 90s anime, and it especially shows in the game's promotional art and concept art. I was stunned looking at the Kickstarter page. Every piece drawn on it just oozes with style. I'm especially a huge fan of the soundtrack cover. Makes me wanna buy a physical copy, which doesn't exist yet, but maybe if I ask nicely someday it will. So yeah, the outside art is great, but don't even get me started on the in-game art. There's this very unique style of pixel art. I can't point my finger to anything like it. They don't really follow the traditional rules of pixel art. The outlines are very quick and jagged, and it all looks very freehand. These messy black lines just work so well to strengthen the game's unique art style. Animations have very fast movements with a lot of motion lines. Look at this awesome manual. All the movements are just so strongly accentuated, and the game style is anything but formulaic. It truly is one of a kind. The Kickstarter title does call it a stylish and hot-blooded RPG, and well, it succeeds at this with absolute perfection. Congratulations, Mr. Inker, you managed to completely blow my mind. I probably could keep talking about the game's art style for the entire video. I could mention the great enemy design, like this dog with underwear over his head that attacks me by finger flicking, which is especially incredible considering dogs don't even have thumbs. Or I could mention the incredibly hot bat lady that's the final boss of the demo, or maybe I could even talk about the drawings they share on Twitter. But I gotta talk about gameplay as well, so let's backtrack a bit. It's a classic minigame RPG. They mention in the Kickstarter page that it is inspired by Paper Mario and Superstar Saga, and I can see it pretty well. The minigame aspect is pretty strong. There's the usual, when you use skills, you gotta do a minigame, different one for each skill. All of them are pretty fun. The fire breathing one is a bit too easy, but I guess it does deal a bit less damage, so I can respect that. I like the skill minigames, I like them quite a bit. And I think the skills are kind of this game's meta, as they do quite a lot of damage for not that big a cost. But I think it's good. The minigames really are one of the strongest points in the game, and while they are pretty strong, I don't really feel they are overpowered. But of course, we got regular attacks as well. Now, these can be as strong, sometimes even stronger than your skills, but boy, is it hard to execute properly. Your character flashes very briefly, and if you press the attack button when he flashes, you get another attack, up to a combo of 3. When I say very briefly, I do mean very briefly. It's not exactly a reaction time thing, it's more of a prediction thing. You gotta learn your character's timing by memory and trial and error, not as much by seeing the flashes. That said, you do get used to it. I can semi-consistently hit Jiro's 3-hit combo with a WoW rating in the second hit. I don't have the same luck for Yagiko though, I always fail the second hit. Oh yeah, they got different attack timings, just to make things harder. It's a fun system. The combat is very fast, and for a turn-based game, it does keep you on your toes a lot of the times. And it feels pretty great to get the timing down and kill enemies in a single turn with one combo. This timing aspect can be used defensively as well, and it's also crazy hard. When the enemy attacks you, you got 2 options. If you hit a directional key right before the attack hits, you dodge it. if you hit the attack key before it hits, you parry. They also have a color flash, but again, it's not about reaction and more about prediction, because attacks do come pretty fast. I'm especially bad at dodging the bat's flyby move. It's too fast, and the final boss has an even faster one, that deals a lot more damage. Honestly, I feel like the dodging really comes together in the final boss actually. She attacks very fast. You really don't have time to think about it, you just have to dodge whenever it feels right, and I just loved it. She kicked my ass though. She shot at Yagiko and Jiro didn't last too long either, but it was fun. I didn't really talk much about parrying, but that's because I didn't use it that much. I tried to learn it, but I just really didn't get the timing down, and at some point I decided that I was wasting too much health by trying. It felt good when I hit it though, might try it some more later. The story doesn't go too far in the demo. You're just looking for a magical artifact in a wrecked hotel, but I do love all of the characters. Yagiko is very funny, and Jiro is very badass, and they play off each other very well, with Jiro being this unfazed tough guy and Yagiko calling out all the craziness around them and being very nervous about everything. It's very funny. There's also these shady lamp guys trying to scam you for some cash, and I just laughed at their interactions quite a bit. All the characters have just as much personality as the game itself, and it's pretty great. And that's it, I guess. That's the game. It has a lot of personality and is just incredibly unique in so many ways. The demo is free and you should check it out, there's a link in the description. For now though, thanks for watching.